So as a school owner, you can actually use Edumanager to set up exams for your students, whether it is the entrance exam, the internal school exam, or even recruitment exam to actually test the teachers that are coming into your school. You can set CBT exams by using Edumanager. So let me use this opportunity to walk you through the process of creating CBT exams for your students. So you first of all start with creating recording your questions, right? So to record your questions, you have to go to the subjects, all subjects. When that opens, um, these are the list of subjects. So this is commerce, this is English, and so on and so forth, right? So you can go to the question bank. So let's use commerce for example. So you go to the question bank, you click on question bank. When you go to question bank, it will allow you to now record your questions. So let's say you want to record questions for third term exam. So you can create a new session first, call it third term exam, third term right, exam or test, depending on the one. If it could be first CA, it could be second CA, and then you submit. Oh, right, third term test. Of course, there was a typo here, so I can just edit it and put it as third term test and then submit. So after creating the section, that the section of the test, you can now go to the questions and then start adding your questions. So right, you can go here. Let's say I'll just put some dummy questions, right? So what is a noun, right? That is a dummy question to just know, right? What is a noun, right? And then you can put option a noun. A noun is the name of a person, so on and so forth, right? So you put option B, something else, put anything, right? Option B, put anything else. Option C, type whatever you want in option D, right? So option E, you can leave it empty, and then you select the answer here. Come here and select the answer. So Ena is the name of a person, animal, place, or things, right? So this is the correct answer is A, right? So you select A as the answer because you have to indicate that A is the answer. After indicate that A is the answer, you can put an explanation if you want. You can leave it blank, and then you submit, right? So the question goes in, right? After the question goes in, it gives you the option to select number 2 to enter number 2 question. So you can also type your number 2 question. So you just type your questions one after the other, enter them one after the other, enter the question, enter the options, then select the answer, and then submit. Once you do that, your question is ready. You can go back to the questions, and then you see the questions you have selected, you have entered. I only added one. That is why you are seeing this. You can add more. You can add a lot more, right? So after doing that, once the questions are set, you can now set the exam. Remember, you can add questions, 50 questions, 30 questions, whatever number you want. So after adding those questions, you can now go back to your dashboard and now set the exam proper. So to set the exam, you now click on the dashboard, on the sidebar, go to events. That is where you set up the exam, events, right? So when you click on events, the events opens up. You create on new event, right? You click on new event. So after clicking on new event, you enter the title. So let's say commerce third term, right? Test. Good. So after that, you put the duration. Let's say duration is in minutes. So let's say it's 30 minutes. You put what? 30. Right? Number of subject is 1. So leave it as 1 because this is for the subject. Now you select the time. So if they are going to write it, let's say today, right? I'm doing this video today. July 8th. So let's say whenever, if they are going to write it tomorrow, you select tomorrow 9th, right? Whatever time they are going to write. If you are going to write it next week, select the date. What it means is that nobody can start this exam unless the start date has been reached. So I want this exam to be conducted now. That is why I'm selecting now as the time, and then the to start by 3:34, right? 3:34, and I click on set, right? After that, the exam type, this exam type is very important. Is it a student test? Is it admission test? Is it a recruitment test, right? So what we are doing here is for student test. Admission test is for people that are coming to your school. Sometimes people want to come into your school, you want to test them. So you select the best out of the main people that actually applied to join your school. But you can actually also conduct recruitment tests for your teachers. So you test your teachers. When teachers apply to teach in your school, you can conduct tests for them to be sure that these teachers are capable, right? They are good enough to work in your school. So this is for student test. So we select student tests. Now you select the classes for the exam. So this exam is for, let's say it's for SS1, right? Or for GS1, right? Okay, let's go with SS1. And then you now add the subject involved. Remember, we recorded questions for commerce. So we come here and put the commerce because this is the one we recorded the questions for. And then you select the term, right? After selecting that, you now add it. You click on add and then it gets added here. So you can check this box if you want students to view their corrections, see the mistakes, see the ones they got right and the ones they got wrong. If you don't want them to see the corrections, you uncheck this. But if you wanted to see the corrections, check on this, right? And then you create the exam. And that is all. The exam has been created. You now have an exam for this for your students to take, right? So because you've now created the exam now, and your students can now take the exam as long as the start time has been reached. They can look at the start time here. It's on 8th of July, 15:34. If you look at my time, it's 15:34. So anybody can write the exam now. Now, so to write the exam, you need two things. You need the event code. So let me show you how to write the exam. You go to so first for them to write the exam, you need to go to the let me open a new tab.